Welcome. This is David Bowles, Human Meme. Today's topic, Ritualistic Releases. Oh, plunge your hands in water, plunge them in up to the wrist. Stare in the basin, and wonder what you've missed. The glacier knocks in the cupboard, the desert sighs in the bed, and the crack in the teacup opens a lane to the land of the dead, where the beggars raffle the banknotes, and the giant is enchanting to Jack, and the lily-white boy is a roarer, and Jill goes down on her back. Oh, look in the mirror, oh, look in your distress. Life remains a blessing, although you cannot bless. Oh, stand at the window, as the tears scald and start. You shall love your crooked neighbor with your crooked heart. W. H. Auden. As I walked out one evening, 1940. Well, my human being friend, as we tremble through the unknowns in our lives, we are always required to manage and dissipate tension and the pressure of expectation. If we do not release that pressure, we will explode, and the catastrophe that becomes one life bleeds into other lives. In seeking the release, some people play God, others scream, some choose to start a fight, others meditate. The question now of how, as a country, as a nation, as a people, we manage our disappointments along with our dreams is something important to consider. What pleases me may not please you, and the response between us cannot be, well, good for me, not good for you. Heads I win, tails you lose. Pick a card, any card, just not that card. We need to find a method of co-negotiation that allows the pressure of expectation and disappointment to expand and escape and to cleanse us in the process. Cleanse us, perhaps, even ritualistically, without doing harm or inflicting the expectation of pain. And in this year alone, and many years before and thereafter, we have learned elections are difficult, marriages can be tough, war is impossible, sporting events are wild, and facing the facts of your life is as inscrutable as our release from the womb. And yet, the underlying escapade of each of those things is one thing: relationships. How we react with and to each other. Do we fight or do we flee? We have to know each other if we ever hope to understand each other. As the great and legendary Leo Tolstoy wrote 3 generations ago, to live is to remember. And few of us wish to ever remember. We don't wish for the memory, because we know disappointment needs to be taught and built into a system of expectation to release the pressure of pain. No winner need be taught how to deal with disappointment, but all winners must learn how to be gracious in victory, without belittling the opponent who tried just as hard to win the day. And, above all else, losers must be kind in their loss. There is no humiliation in losing, but losing always requires humility. Time and context have defeated many good and right people, and we must always appreciate that when we are stuck in the despair of the moment. There will always be a new day, a right beginning, and a fair chance at making the next dawn better. If we only allow the possibility of such to be considered. Releasing the pressure of expectation reveals character, and it is up to each of us to learn how to get out from under without affecting other people. You don't blow up the world just because you're dying, and you don't want the world to spin without you. No, we need a better way, a righter way to let go while keeping hold of reality, and the expectation for each of us that we remain moral and true, and all of that takes a lot of work and requires a core of human dignity. Oh, we are imperfect people, in search of not perfection, but of peace. Managing our valves, our release valves, requires the practice of values. What do we know? What do we believe? What becomes us? We turn to ritualism for relief. We practice, we purpose, we convey, we allow. And above all, we repeat what works, and we reject what betrays us. The ritualistic memes that allow us to live a modern life are important safe harbors for redirecting intention, success, and failures. We shake hands, we embrace, or at least we used to do those things before the pandemic shook us all. And we search for meaning in messages and images and opportunities. Where one person sees dismay, another may see opportunity. And that's the beauty of being. That's the importance of belonging. We understand laws and we respect rules because we understand the structure of society through the following of our rituals. We transfer power, we change jobs, we become parents, we leave this life for another. There is comfort in both letting go and holding on, and the challenge of us is to embrace the differences. If we refuse to participate in the rituals of our lives, then we are left to suffocate in the pressure of missed expectation. We may not agree with the rules. We may not respect the rituals of humility in adoration set before us, but we are required to comply. We are required to comply because other people are watching us, and they want to see if we obey what is expected of us, even if it is no longer within our best interest. And yes, my human meme friend, we play along to get along. We go with the flow of the ritual we may not even believe in. Because we know we are part of each other, we need to be each other. Yes, we are in this world together. And we signal that community bond by respecting the cultural norms and by honoring the human rituals that have always sought to bind us together without separating us into angry, bitter silos of despair, with no way out of the longing to belong. Oh, look in the mirror. Oh, look in your distress. Life remains a blessing, although you cannot bless. Oh, stand at the window, as the tears scald and start. You shall love your crooked neighbor with your crooked heart. Thank you for listening. Be a human meme.